welcome to another Blackjack Dave video and moving forward your journey to being a better Blackjack player and AP player. I am Blackjack Dave. I love to play Blackjack, talking about Blackjack and sharing the correct way to play Blackjack with others. When players have a losing session at Blackjack, they're quick to put the blame on someone or something. They would never consider that their losses may be due to the fact that they haven't a clue about how to play the game. Welcome to BlackJack Myths number 2. I will cover 6 more BlackJack myths and tell you how they got started and the real truth. Myth number 7. Progressive betting systems can overcome the house edge. The reason. Many players believe that a betting progression, such as a positive progression where you increase your bet following a win, and a decrease following a loss will take advantage of streaks of wins and leave you with a net profit. Mathematically speaking, betting progressions cannot and will not give an edge. When it comes to using betting progressions to gain the advantage at blackjack, these are the facts. The odds of winning any hand in blackjack are not dependent on whether you won or lost the previous hand, which is why betting progressions fail. No progressive betting system alone will overcome the house edge in the long run. My recommendation for basic strategy players who want to gain a long term advantage is to bet using a card counting system, as the one I have started to explain in Blackjack School Dave sessions 102. This is the only way you can get the long term advantage playing blackjack. Myth number 8. It's impossible to win at blackjack because it's a game of luck. Why does this myth exist? Most players believe that casinos have the mathematical advantage in all gambling games. So to win requires luck. The truth. There is luck involved when you play blackjack, but overriding the luck is the skill of the player. You have to make playing decisions on the hands that will be dealt to you, and your decisions will affect the outcome of the hand. And learning card counting will allow you to have the mathematical advantage over the casino. Players being able to gain a long term edge by playing skillfully is what separates blackjack from most other casino games, where luck is the only factor that determines the outcome. Now, myth number 10 is a very good one because if you follow it, it will win you money, or at the very least, you will lose less money. Myth number 10. Always ensure your good hand against a dealer's ace. The reason. If the dealer ends up with a blackjack, you can avoid losing money on your good hand by ensuring it. The truth. Remember, blackjack is not a one hand game. It's a long term. So you have to play for long term if you want to be a winning player. So the truth to myth number 10. Casinos encourage players to insure their hands against a dealer's blackjack. But in fact, when you have a good hand, it's the worst possible time to take insurance. For example, assume you have a 20. You are holding two 10 value cards that the dealer needs in order for you to win your insurance bet. Remember, you win your insurance bet only when the dealer's hold card is a 10 value card, giving him a blackjack hand. Because you have two of the cards he needs for a blackjack, the odds of him getting a blackjack are worse. Your 20 has an excellent chance of winning. Don't mess it up by taking insurance. Translation. Don't make a bad bet to protect a good bet. Myth number 11. Never hit a 12 against the dealer's 2. The reason, more often than not, players will draw a 10, and when they hit a 12 against the dealer's 2 or 3, they figure if they would have stood, the dealer's down card were a 10, the dealer would have had to hit his 12. Caught the 10 and busted. Instead of losing the hand, they would have won. The truth. If you hit the 12, you will win about 37% of the time and lose 63% of the time. Not great. However, if you stand on 12, you'll win 30% of the time and lose 65% of the time. I agree. A hard 12 against a dealer's 2 is a crappy hand. Whether we stand or hit, the casino has us beat over the long run. But is it better to win 35% or 37% of the hands? I hope you agree that winning 37% of the hands is slightly better than winning 35% of the hands. So hitting is the better play. Not because you will win a lot of money with this play, but because hitting will save you some money when you're in a losing situation. So even though you'll get your fair share of tens when you hit 12 and and break, it's still a better play to make. Number 18 is about soft 18. I love this hand. Because whenever I meet a person and I ask if they play blackjack, and they say yes, and I say, "Are you a good player?" And they say, "Oh yes, I'm a great player." I ask them, how do they play this hand? And most of the time they get it wrong, and it's the most misplayed hand I see at the table. So let's talk a little about myth number 12. Always stand on soft 18. The reason, 18 is a good hand. Don't mess with it. The truth. A soft 18 is a good hand, I agree, when the dealer shows a 2 or a 7. But against a dealer's weak card, such as 3, 4, 5, or 6, the better play, you got it, double down. You do is not to improve your position. The reason you double down is not to improve your position, but to put more money on the table when the dealer is most vulnerable to busting. Your 18 is a loser also against a dealer's 9 or 10, an ace. But you will lose less in the long run by hitting. Myth number 12. You have to have a photographic memory to count cards. The reason. The Hollywood movie Rain Man helps spread this myth. The public mistakenly believes that card counting involves memorizing every card being dealt, as actor Dustin Hoffman did in the character portrayed in Rain Man, a feat that requires a photographic memory. The truth. Traditional card counting does not. Let me repeat that one more time so it is clear. Does not require a photographic memory. You can learn how to count cards in BlackJackDave school playlist 201, 301, and 401, and I'll give a link. As of the recording of this video, 80% of 201 is complete, 301 and 401 do not exist. And the date of this is 10/18/2025.